What's up, everybody? I'm Katera.
And I'm Karima.
And we are the co-founders of Carolina Black Book. We are excited about our guest today for our CEO chat. We have Etosh from Faces by Etosh. Woo! We are celebrating National Skincare Awareness Month, so it's only right that we have Faces by Etosh on for today. So welcome.
Thank you for having me. I am so excited to be here with you ladies.
We are excited to have you. So just tell us more about yourself and your business.
Okay, well, my name is Etosh McFarland. A lot of my audience knows me as Faces by Etosh. I'm a licensed esthetician located in Columbia, South Carolina. I help other estheticians boss up in and out of their treatment room, become the most sought after esthetician that their clients desire, and also help with them implementing passive streams of income through drop shipping. So not only am I wearing my educator hat, I'm also an educator. And I work at Kenneth Schuler, so I do teach up and coming other estheticians. But even within my own business, Faces by Etosh, I help my clients achieve beautiful skin without the use of excess filters, helping them to love the skin that they're in. Right now, we're dealing with the mask, so a lot of my clients are dealing with hyperpigmentation and breakouts. So I do help them address that every day as we're going through this new way of living.
Girl, you see my face? I'm coming to see you, eh?
Right.
Because that's what I'm dealing with right now. I just switched to an N95 and my face went crazy. So
yeah, with the mask, it's like our face isn't able to breathe. So it's just like the heat, it's trapped, buildup of oil. So all types of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for sure. So tell us a little bit about how you got started.
All right, well, I got started probably in aesthetics about 5 or 6 years ago. I started off as an MUA. I was doing makeup with different fashion shows. And for me doing makeup, I just came to the realization that there were an abundance of makeup artists in the area. And I was like, okay, well, how can I set myself aside or apart from just being another MUA? So I said, hey, well, maybe I need to learn more about skincare. I went to aesthetic school. I attended Kenneth Schuler. And for me going to aesthetic school, I kind of like kicked makeup to the curb. So I actually don't even have makeup on my service menu anymore. And even when I still did have it on my service menu, I didn't advertise it. So my main love was skincare. And I kind of said, okay, makeup, I'll see you later. I'll refer you out to some MUAs if you need makeup done. But for my clients who knew that I started off with makeup, they were like, hey, I need my makeup done. So of course I still take those as clients. But makeup today for me, I'm just kind of like, I'm over it. So I'm really all about skincare. So for me, getting into aesthetics, once I graduated and got my license, I just kind of ran with it and kind of was excelling at every step within the aesthetics industry.
That's dope that you realize, that you could have a niche or niche. I don't know how to say it because people pronounce it different ways, but
Right.
that you recognize that and you kind of pivoted. That's like really cool because I think just as a business person, that's just a good thing to be aware of and be able to do. So,
Right.
How has the pandemic impacted your business?
Oh, the pandemic. I guess there's pros and cons to the pandemic. For me, business-wise, I guess the pro is that I was able to really get more personable with my clients because I did offer virtual skin consultations that let me tap into being more creative and doing like online things. So I started hosting like skincare and sangrias, like skincare slumber parties via Zoom, just to educate people on how to properly use skincare, the order in which to use skincare. So while we were shut down during the pandemic, I still was able to help my clients because I was able to drop ship them their skincare products or do virtual consultations so that I can say, hey, this is what you need to be doing at home until you can get back into the spa. Some other things in terms of the pandemic, I was closed, but I found other ways to kind of maximize on me being closed. So outside of just offering things virtually, I was able to kind of hone in and work on my back office so that when I do get back in full force, I make sure all my logistics is set up. I can make sure that I have all of my systems in place. So that downtime, I got to utilize and kind of implement some things that I had been putting off just because I was constantly on the go. Doing the service hands-on things that I need to pay more attention to the back office types of things. So on the for me, it kind of worked out perfectly. It was that much needed break that I needed so that I can kind of tap in. And then I got to focus on other things business wise, from like starting my drop shipping store and starting a line for estheticians in terms of with t-shirts and mugs and stuff. So I was able to kind of take that downtime and really maximize it to my benefit.
That is great. Look, productivity on another level. Like
Yes.
it's one thing to have, your free time and like, oh, okay, this is some me time. I'm going to rest. I'm going to, do this. But you really took it as an opportunity to take your business to the next level, which is great.
Yes.
So to dive into, I guess, skincare a little bit more, what are some common misconceptions about skincare?
Okay, so there are quite a few. So some of the most common misconceptions with skincare, I would say the first one would be for people who have oily skin. Oftentimes when I'm doing consultations with them or they're coming in, they're like, hey, my skin is really, really oily. I don't apply any moisturizer to my skin because it's so oily. But you're actually being more hurtful to your skin. Yes, you do have like oily skin, but you can choose to use an oil-free moisturizer. Sometimes you may naturally have your oily skin or a T-zone that's pretty oily, but you still should be hydrating your skin appropriately with the moisturizer, because oftentimes your skin is like, hey, well, you're not giving me the nurture or the moisture that I need, so I'm going to overproduce oil to kind of lubricate and hydrate myself. So as opposed to kind of just typically running to like your sunscreen, or excuse me, your Vaseline or your cocoa butter or those thick products, those are like emollient products. So they're not actually hydrating your skin. They're just helping to trap in the moisture. So you still need to actually use a moisturizer first. And now that we are going into fall and winter, oftentimes your skin is going to get a little bit more dry. So you may need to switch up your skincare products. So you might need to switch to a heavier moisturizer, maybe incorporate some serums. So for my oily clients who say, hey, I have oily skin, I'm not putting on any moisturizer, you still need to put on a moisturizer. We can just look into some better options of moisture that you can add that's not going to be so heavy and rich for your skin type. So oily skin, I will also say for my clients who say, hey, I don't use nothing, black don't crack. Okay, no problem. I mean, we will be aging, right? So everybody ages, differently, but still you want to start to tackle that preventative care, right? So as in terms of sunscreen is like the biggest one. Like I don't need to wear sunscreen because I'm not outside constantly. But the reality is, even though you're not directly out in the sun because it's summertime, the sun is still hitting the skin. So when you walk outside, you're getting attacked by the UVA, which is ultraviolet aging rays, and UVB, which is ultraviolet burning rays. That's still attacking your skin. And the number one factor for us aging is sunscreen. Well, excuse me, being exposed to the sun. So being exposed to the sun is what's aging us, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you are protecting with a sunscreen. And even nowadays, we're into cell phones and things of that nature. So our skin is still being attacked by ultraviolet blue light from our cell phones and things of that nature. So sunscreen always, I recommend at least an SPF of 30, and even, apply it throughout the day as well. And sometimes I'll find myself applying my sunscreen at night, even though it is nighttime. Like I use Black Girl sunscreen, or I have a new sunscreen that I added to my skincare line. So we definitely, regardless of your ethnic background, need to be wearing sunscreen. And then also for my clients who are oily, you still need to use a moisturizer.
She just gave y'all a ton of free game just now. So I hope y'all were taking notes. I was.
Yes.
And we're going to get into this skincare line a little later, because I definitely want to hear about that. So what are some products that everyone should have in their skincare routine? Obviously, you just said sunscreen is one.
Mm-hmm. So I always recommend, like, the basic 3-step is a cleanser, a moisturizer, and sunscreen. So even if you're like, hey, I don't really want to do too many steps, ideally, just like you cleanse your body, you apply a moisturizer to your body, the same thing should apply to your face. And also making sure that you're working all of your products down to your neck too, right? Because we don't want to have a flawless face and then we're starting to age here on our neck and our décolleté. So I always recommend at least 3 products, which will be your cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen. But as you start to, get more mature, some more ingredients or more products that you should be incorporating should be working up to using an eye serum, using like a vitamin C, or any kind of corrective treatment like hyaluronic acid if you're really dry. Vitamin C is great for protection and great as an antioxidant for the skin. And then you also have your treatments such as if you are somebody that suffers with acne, using maybe like a salicylic acid as a treatment, or some glycolic acid if you suffer from breakouts. So depending on what your skin concerns is will determine what that treatment product is going to be for you. But overall, cleanse, moisturize, sunscreen, and then start to work in those treatment products. And when you come to the spa, we can do more of those treatments like a microdermabrasion, some chemical exfoliation to help with your skin.
All of that. That sounds.
I know. Like I'm literally over here like, okay, let me take my own little notes now.
Right.
Let me try to get ahead of the game because yes, we all want a great skincare regimen. So those are great tips. So let's kind of switch gears, just a little bit, but still related to skincare. How does our diet affect our skin?
Ooh, we was just talking about this because prior to this, I was eating me some chocolate chip cookies. So diet is like key. So diet and medications are what we refer to as like internal factors that affect the skin. So especially for my clients who are acneic or people who are suffering with congested skin, dairy is the number one contributing factor to acne. So dairy, processed food, so your milk, your sugar, your cheese. If you are somebody that's suffering with acne, then in your diet, you should be reducing or eliminating those food groups, right? Of course, we all need to stay hydrated. So water is key. Also taking vitamins too. And if you do suffer with a lot of skin problems, I'm looking into taking like prebiotics or probiotics, vitamins, fish oil, things of that nature. But diet overall, if you just think about it too, if you are suffering from constant breakouts, it of course could be your diet, but medication as well. You may want to look and see if you suffer from PCOS. So going to the doctor to see if that's something that's contributing to your skin. We have hormonal factors. Also too is really big that a lot of people don't talk about. That's still kind of related to diet is, how often are you having a bowel movement, right? So do you actually have a number two, like daily? Is it weeks before you're eliminating all of those things that you have digested into your body? So if you're not, getting rid of that waste, then the waste is going to come out through your skin, which is our largest organ. So all those things play a big part in our skin. Of course, it's okay for you to, indulge sometimes and have sweets and things of that nature, but sometimes you might want to, detox and take like a detox tea once a week or whatever the case may be. But diet is a huge factor in the health of your skin along with medications.
I didn't even think about the whole bowel movement, thing and how that could affect our skin. So that was definitely a good note for sure. All good stuff. I'm going back to watch this as soon as we get done. So I can take that.
Come and give y'all some gems now. I think this.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Oh yeah. So what advice would you give someone who is interested in becoming an esthetician?
So if you are interested in becoming an esthetician, I really do take my field very seriously. So you definitely want to make sure that you're hands-on and forever a learner, right? Because this industry is forever changing. There's so many different modalities and products and treatments and protocols and procedures. So you just want to make sure that you're definitely hands-on. And then if you are seeking to become an esthetician, I do also recommend that while you're actually in aesthetic school, that you are actively, doing what it is that you need to get your clients, to practice the protocol, to work on building your professionalism, your knowledge and things of that nature. Because I am an instructor now, and I've been on both sides being a student and now an instructor, it's kind of like, hey, this is what I should have took more seriously while I was in school, or making sure that I was implementing things along the way. And also making sure that while you're in school, don't wait until you get out of school to start, advertising and marketing yourself. Make sure you build those relationships and connections with people in your community, and things of that nature. So definitely as an esthetician, you want to be hands-on, making sure that you're knowledgeable, and then always being a forever learner.
I think that's good advice just across the board because, you know, we live in a very fast-paced society and things are changing daily, basically. So, yeah, you definitely have to be open to change and keeping up with the times.
Indeed.
Well, before we go, we would definitely love for you to shout out all of your social media handles so everyone can follow you and book a session to come get a facial or one of the other services that you offer.
Okay. Well, again, my name is Etosh McFarland. You can connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Faces by Etosh, and that's ETOSH. My website is facesbyetosh.com. Also, if you inbox us on Instagram, we will send you a complimentary $10 gift card that you can use towards your first session with us. So yeah, just inbox us. And you can say that you saw this live here on the platform, and then we will inbox you a $10 gift card. We offer facials. We do have a massage therapist on staff. We do spa parties. We do teeth whitening, body contouring, beasting. So we're kind of like a whole day spa. We say that we are the best, offering the best spa party experiences in Columbia. So make sure you come and spa with us. Implement your self-care always. But on Instagram and Facebook, we're Faces by Tosh, facesbytosh.com. And then make sure you inbox us and tell us that you saw us here on this platform. And we will send you a $10 gift card towards your first facial.
Ooh, thank you for doing that for our followers.
No problem at all. We all need it. I need me one right now. I'm like,
Yes.
One more thing. So we do want you to shout out a Black-owned business in South Carolina. It doesn't have to be just one, but because I know you're very well versed in your community of business owner friends. So
okay. So where do I begin? Okay, of course I have to shout out my bestie, TMG Artistry Studio. She's like the best hands down MUA in Columbia and surrounding areas and beyond. So TMG Artistry Studios for all of your makeup needs. I was just telling Karima about Illuminated Skincare Beauty Den. She's located in Charleston. She's an esthetician. Lachey Price Studios for photography. She does amazing photography and branding and things of that nature, as well as her name is Quinn Brown, but she goes by the Quinn LaShawn. She does painting. So if you're ever in need of getting something specialized for your beauty spa or whatever, or doing like paint and sip parties, she's amazing at that. Let me see who else. I guess I'll stop right there. I'm sorry.
That was good. That was good.
My mind.
Well, thank you so much. And I forgot one more thing. Again, your skincare line. How can everyone purchase that?
So my skincare line, let me see if I got a product nearby. I got it. So this is the skincare line. This is just one of the products, but this is our bacterial cleanser. This is like one of our top sellers along with our Mandelic toner pads. That's great for acne, hormonal breakouts, and managing the breakouts in acne that we're suffering with today. But you can shop the skincare line at yourgotoskinGirl.com, or if you go to facesbytosh.com, you will see it, but we also carry it in our studio as well. So it's a line that's catered to acne, hyperpigmentation, and then overall maintenance of the skin. So we have 2 cleansers, we have treatment serums, we have a moisturizer, we even have a sunscreen, we have an exfoliant, and then what's new to the line is one of our beauty oils that will be great as we're moving into fall and into the winter.
Got it.
Yes.
All right, you guys. So use your $10. Well, send her the DM so you can get your coupon, okay? And then go get your appointment and buy up all the skincare products and all of that.
Bye.
Well, we want to thank you for chatting with us. We had a good time. You gave us some great gems. So, like I said, I definitely will be rewatching this and taking some good notes myself.
Awesome.
So yes, thank you so much for chatting with us. And that's it for us. So thank you guys for tuning in to another CEO Chats, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.